one part of me saddened that the project's coming to an end, because I've got to spend time with people on this, our youth and people around the community. I've gotten closer to my carving family, and we talked about this morning, and one of the things we said is we're done with that phase. But the cool side of this is the new phase is being reborn today as we stand it, and it starts on its journey now to heal each and every one of us. The distension is gone, and now it's about our healing. And so as we get ready to do this work, as we put our hands on this pole and we stand it as a community, that we heal all those that are around us, that we continue to do that work of healing. I want to thank my mother once again, Doris Allen Micaiah, for her prayer and opening prayer. Thank you. My hands are up to you and the Muckleshoot people for the lands that you represent them. And I grew up in that family. For my brother, Donald, that's not here, and Joe, that's here, that all of my family, they stand with me and help to do this work. So right now, like I said, this is going to be new, so I guess we're just going to kind of gather as a community all the way around this, and we're just going to communicate back and forth and stand it. We got a little pad right there that we're going to set that up against. We got some collars. We'll get a rope on the top half, and once we get it set over there, we'll have somebody start pulling on the rope. Damien, we're going to probably need that other rope. Let's start doing some fun and laughter. We can do some songs, some singing, drumming. Bridge family got some songs they want to bring out. They can bring out some songs while we're doing this work. So I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get back on it one more time, and we're going to try to get this butt down here to the concrete. We'll bring the butt down to the concrete. And once we get on the concrete, we'll probably start over here. Start over here, so that way when we get it set there, we can just start turning it, and as we turn it, then the ropes, we'll put the ropes on the front crown. Those guys that are on the rope will kind of go this way as we start to lift it, and they'll go out sideways, and you guys will be steadying it to the top, okay?
So beak is going to face the tent.
The beak is facing forward.
Yeah, real beak.
Facing the front.
As we drive in, we'll be looking at our pole. And the lake will be behind. It's guarding our lake. Our resident eagles that were talking earlier, they're up there today. They're watching us do this work. Okay? So, family, let's grab the sticks one more time. Bring it back here. We need a couple people to pull blocks. Yeah, you want to tie off?
Do you want to roll this now? You want the rope on it now, Tom?
About how special and sacred the coming together of people to work for a common cause and a spiritual good.
There's so much connection between our elders and our youth today that are lost on the spiritual side. It is phenomenal what we're losing, and we're going to make that connection. And that connection is going to be really important for that to happen. And the pole is the focal point. And that's really what the pole is.
Here once. But by the symbol of this raising, we are strangers no more.
You guys stay up on the feet. Now let's get this guy set down. Everybody gets to take a breather. Just stay away. Just tie this here. Matt, tie up there. Put a nice cinch on it. Just go ahead and pull our cedar off. Bring that over. There you go. No, Matt. Yeah. We're going to stay right here. We're going to go here around these. Okay. You want around here too. You're not going to break these crowns off, but you'll have plenty of strength to hold it. Here's where it's going to get hard. Here's where top back, pull the top back, pull the top back. Got it? Good. That's okay. Keep using the rest of it. Up. I'm going good. Oh, going good. Okay, family. Get ready. We're going to slide the bat over. Okay? Ready? Hold that thing down. I don't want to roll. Slide. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ropes out. Ropes out. Switch over. Careful there, there's no death. Hey, guys, out! Slow down, pay attention. Out more. Out more. This way. Slow. Pay attention. Out more. This way. Slow. Guys, pay attention. Out more. This way. Slow.
And the more we come together as a community, the more we get to know one another as a community, the more we realize that there is a purpose to our lives, there is a purpose to being here on the planet at this time, that we may truly work towards the peace and unity that we all really desire.
Bringing the eagle alive. Yeah, we're making the eagle alive. Get back there. Back to her.
That ability to stay with our children. They may not call it this or call it that, but it's values that are incorporated in their bones. They know that feeling of tribalness and community.
We're all one and teach others on how to do on what we do and on what they do. I'm really honored and blessed on having a brother like Tom.
We only got 2 in out of 6.
The grandparents want to honor our elders here today, and that Alex will grow up and see this healing totem pole when she is a grandparent herself. This is the grandparent song, all songs that we sang today have been gifted to us by Willard Pilar. Alex is our protocol princess for the Canoe family. She's also our spokeswoman as well as my mother.
Well, the eagle in itself is a very powerful animal, so it's basically a symbol of power and strength encouraged. So it was very fun to work on the pole.
That was in my mother's Sixteen language. It means, I love you, grandfather, I love you, grandmother. And with that, we're sorry for our early departure, but we have obligations to the Muckleshoot Nation. But I recognize each and every one of you here today, and I thank you for the honor of inviting the Bridge Canoe family to your event today. Blessings to each and every one of you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the Bridge family, for all you do for our community. We need to recognize John's mom. John.
This is my mother. She keeps me going on what I do. She tells me when I do wrong and when I do right. Mainly when I do wrong. She keeps telling me she's going the way that you're going. Follow the good trail. Help everyone out that you possibly can. And it's all that we do. My mother has always encouraged all of us. Her two grandsons, Wayne, Jacob, Damien, all of them are my carvers. And our good friend Bruce, my mom sets him straight as well. More so on him than any of us. But she's a wonderful woman, very knowledgeable. She must be, because she raised 8 of us. And to this day, I still don't know how. But she's an awesome woman, and I love her dearly. Right, thank you. My sister, my older sister, Lola.
We present Camp Edgewood with your totem pole. Oh, thank each and every one of you for being here and witnessing the work that we have done here at Camp Edgewood. Thank you for being part of the 2012 solution, unity, peace, and harmony. Thank you.
Thank you. It was beautiful. My crutches. Because I ain't going nowhere long. I can stand for limited periods of time. That's it, go. Thank you. Thank you, darling.
Let's eat it. What do we got, yep?
To all of you. Yes, you were going inside. What Raven KFC biscuits. I love their buttermilk.
We get these pieces of that pole, and his youth are able to go, wow, I peeled that off of there, and they put it in their pocket. So what happens when they do that is they take that energy and that talking and them teachings, and they run around and they share that.
Well, I've been here helping them make this totem pole for a month or so now. Started it, we finished it. She looks good.
This year was really awesome of having Tom come in, and he gave me a call and needed help on the totem pole, and And I told them yes, that it'd give not only myself, but it'd give my employees an opportunity of carving, especially on a totem pole that was we've never done. So this is a first for us, and the good spiritual moves and all that there. And they had a really good changing on everything that they have done. They'd come back in a really good mood and happy, and so it was, for me, it was really awesome of having them come in and doing something new. And I really thank Tom and bless him for the good things that he has done for the Snoqualmie people, and especially for my carvers. Yeah, they wanted to learn more on carvings and that. My forte is doing canoes, is getting into doing the masks and stuff like that. I don't do, is I make tools and dugout canoes. So this totem pole was a blessing on their part and mine on learning on how to do that. Now they'll have something over me to teach me on how to do the totem poles, which is really awesome, is on to it. And as I said out there, it's really awesome that we could come out and help our brothers and sisters and help them do things. Because I know that my guys has taught them on how to do things their way, and vice versa is onto it. So it's really awesome on that we're all sharing, and that's what it's about, is we're all one. On the tools that we make is actually we went out and visited other tribes and seeing on what they have, on how they make them, and then we go back and we make our own tools. We use deer legs, car parts, scissors, drill bits. We forge our own and make our own tools, make our own handles. Our adzes are out of tree limbs. We recycle is what we do. Okay. We don't go out and buy the metal. It's all recyclable metal that we use.
My name is Wayne Greca, from Snoqualmie Tribe, Snoqualmie wood carver. My cousin Damien pretty much just gave me a call. Tom gave him a call to ask for help on a totem pole. So that's how we all got started in with it. You know, from beginning to end, like coming in and seeing what it was and how it started was awesome. Yeah, we just helped them finish it off. It was all just about having a good time. We all laughed and joked and told stories and yeah, gave each other a hard time, just made it fun. So it just made me feel real good, like people showed up and showed how happy and proud they were and gave Camp Edgewood something to look at.
Okay. Damian Moses, Snoqualmie woodcarver, descendant of Earl Moses, chief, Snoqualmie tribe. Started on a canoe journey 2012 to Squaxin Island, and on the way, the whole journey on the way, we were carving little masks, and ran into Tom and his Cowlitz tribe, and he admired my carvings and offered an invitation to come out here and carve with him. So we followed up about 2 or 3 months later and came out and carved, and been very excited to learn how to carve. So it was quite a spiritual experience. Well, I just hope we exceed our expectations of ourselves. I mean, we only want to do so much and then always end up doing much, much more. I hope we work on another one.
Jacob Mullen, Snoqualmie Tribe. Yeah, we met Tom on the canoe journey this year, and here we are. Different. Never been here and done nothing like this before.
Okay.
It was interesting. I learned a lot. My first totem pole.
All right.
It has to do with function and contributing, and women contribute in one way and men contribute in another way, and if they both weren't there, then people wouldn't live. And that's really what I think it's about. It's bringing that consciousness of equality and oneness and community, because it all feeds into what the earth is about, what we are about. You know, the thing that we do know is that there is life on this planet. And that it was brought to this planet for a reason. And that we are here to raise the vibration of the planet. That's what we're here for. And as far as I'm concerned, anything that's going to bring that out in anybody, in any way that works for them, is the red road, is the right way.
I don't even know where to start. Still just in awe. This whole journey from the beginning, September, when we started out in September, in the storm, and everybody was cold, and we moved inside, and the community, as this poll went on, and how the youth were on it in the beginning, and it got a little colder, and then a couple of them slacked off, and then a couple came back in the middle of the, and then we went on canoe journey, and when we took off and we gave that break, the poll, when we came back to do the work, the poll said it's time to finish. And so my Snoqualmie brothers said, hey, we want to, it'd be an honor to come carve with you. And what was a real blessing is we sat back and we talked about the way the eagle and flew over the top of us, and that day started talking to us, and then we reached down and we felt the spirits that were in the pole. And then we had taken some apports and we had put them inside of the pole. And so that energy started coming to life too. And they said, what's this real strong energy right here by the beak? What's going on? And so all that energy in that whole pole in different areas that people have touched, it's been a real honor and privilege to be a part of. I'm sitting here with a couple pieces of the cedar that we were just over there. And and I'm looking at it, I'm feeling them, rubbing the energy in them, and the energy is still there, even though the pole is standing today. It's the energy is still there where we did that work, and it's been a real blessing to be this instrument being used by Spirit and being asked to start this project and getting it completed. I was saying earlier about how I'm saddened because we're done carving, but the journey for the pole, when it started to go up, it started taking on its own, and we could just feel that energy as that pole was being lifted. It became very light, and people were lifting it, and it was just, yeah. And then we stood it up there, and I grabbed one of them levels, and I threw that on there, and we didn't have to do nothing. It was right there. It was perfect. And that was kind of like Spirit saying, we're here. And then as we broke things down, it was like, wow. The eagle flew across the top, went dead across the top of the pole, swung around and went up into its nest and started to build its nest a little early. They're getting busy up there, cleaning out and doing what they're doing, and we got busy doing the work here. It's going to be a real asset for Camp Edgewood and for those to come and visit. All are welcome to come sit there. I stayed up late last night building a seat, a little bench right there for people to come and just sit. Be careful. It's not super stable. It's kind of just there, and but that's something that we want to give forward. And we handed this pole over to Camp Edgewood, and my family and I, it's been a real honor and privilege. We look forward to our next project, which is coming soon, and more youth to be involved. And that's been one of the things here. In return, that we're going to work on trying to get a function for youth here at Camp Edgewood this summer, and we'll see how that materializes. We have another site that we're looking at also to do youth work, and it might not be here, but we do know that that's what we're moving forward to, and that's where the direction we're heading. So once again, I just want to thank everybody. My hands are up to everybody that had a part in playing and helping us, and I'm excited. It's, like I say, it's a real honor and a privilege to be a part of this. Feel the spirit, watch the lake, listen to our eagles talk, and come join us. God bless.
Hey, whoa, holly, whoa, holly.